Hi, I'm Rob from HopZine. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. This time we've got kind of Pon Dera from Thornbridge in Bakewell in Derbyshire. It's their 6.7% ABV West Coast IPA. Brewed in collaboration with Firestone Walker. Big fan of Firestone Walker. Not seen much of their beer for quite a while since their kind of distribution deal in the UK kind of disappeared. So, heard good things about this. Very contrasting things actually. I said some friends who absolutely love it, and I've had a couple of friends who've been a bit underwhelmed. So let's see where this falls on my scale. So, beer in the glass, absolutely pin bright. I mean, can you get any brighter than that? It looks wonderful in that. If you were judging it in this traditional sense, exactly. Looks spot on. A brisk carbonation, a little kind of nucleus at the bottom of the glass, it looks like. Colour wise, pale bronze, pure white foam on top, so smell and sniff. Let's see what that aroma's like. It's kind of earthy and citrus, slightly dank. Again, kind of nettles, lemon, lime, grapefruit. Yeah, and slightly earthy thing, maybe kind of hint of bay leaf. Slightly grassy. Kind of, the appearance makes me think that they've used a certain percentage of lager malt in it. And I'm getting something that is reminiscent of that. It's not pouncing out of glass at me. But it's subtle, but pleasant. So let's dive in. Cheers. It's nice. Flavour wise, grapefruit and this kind of like slightly herbaceous thing going on. For me, it's definitely along the lines of kind of bay leaf, maybe a flat leaf parsley kind of thing, but definitely grapefruit and a really kind of like dried out, pithy kind of peel which lingers and kind of runs through it all, to be honest. There is a kind of a slight biscuit malt thing going on. It's drinkable, despite having quite an aggressive bitterness, which is a bit... I mean, in these days where we are very much accustomed to drinking beers with very little bitterness, it certainly has a bit of poke. It's a kind of catches you back in the throat like kind of flat, like hairspray. No, when your mum used to be covering her hair in the 80s, you know, like that kind of experience. Yeah, it's that kind of slightly grassy note. Right. So, as far as the West Coast IPA goes, I think it's pretty good version of that. I think as far as style goes, I think it's pretty good. I think the bitterness isn't as rounded as it could be. I think it's a little bit of a bit spiky. It's a very much Thornbridge flavour profile, which is a bit earthy. If you give me this blind, I'd have been probably going, if I'd have gone for American hops, I'd have been going for stuff like Cascade, Chinook, Columbus, old school kind of. But this is actually using a bit more kind of. It's using Idaho 7 Mosaic, Cashmere, Eldorado, Simcoe. Maybe it's the Cashmere that's kind of bringing me to those flavours. But when I think of those type of, think of Thornbridge beers, the ones that I've had relatively recently, I'd say it's very Thornbridge-esque, which I'm okay with. It's not my favourite kind of thing, but I can see a couple of friends in particular, Steve and Martin, who do Opinions podcast, are big fans of Thornbridge, and I can see why they're loving this, because it has that bitterness that those guys miss, and it has a distinct Thornbridge flavour profile. I think the hops could be a little bit more rounded out. I think they could have a little bit more, just to be a bit more kind of flavourful. There's a dryness and a bitterness to it. Sorry, I'm slightly distracted. I can hear like a screeching of a car. If you see me looking over there, I'm like, where the fuck's this noise coming from? Where's this dickhead driving around in his car? But it's a beer that will be easily drunk, even though it's got quite pronounced bitterness. So that is a can of Pon Dera from Thornbridge, brewed in collaboration with Firestone Walker, 6.7% ABV, West Coast IPA. Not bad. I'm Rob from HopZine. See you next time. Cheers.